So good. Hey friends, how's it going? Tim here from the Lancaster Smokehouse. Today's my wedding day. Just in between getting ready for the big day, figured I'd whip up some barbecue sauces to show you guys. We're making 3 different barbecue sauces. A delicious Alabama white barbecue sauce, a classic tomato-based sweet barbecue sauce, and we've got a Carolina vinegar-based sauce. Hopefully I don't get it all over my beautiful brand new white shirt that I need for the ceremony later today. Let's get to it. Sauce number 1, Alabama white barbecue sauce. Put it on a steak, put it on brisket, put it on chicken. Ooh, I love this stuff. It's basically just horseradish that we've pimped up with a bunch of other flavors. So the base is mayonnaise, 1, let's say 2, 3 heaping tablespoons of mayonnaise. Horseradish. Make it depending on how much you like that burn of horseradish or how much you don't. I love it, so I'm gonna add about 1 part of the horseradish that I did to 2 parts mayonnaise. Maybe a little more. I think that looks pretty good right there. You can mix this up and eat it and you're gonna be happy, but we're gonna add a bunch of other stuff to it to make it even more tasty. I just licked the spoon, I forgot how hot Keg's horseradish is. We're good. 1 nice heaping spoonful of Dijon, Worcestershire, probably like a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, the same amount of onion powder, white vinegar, 1 little glove, make it rain a little shugs. So that was like half a teaspoon, if that, 2 little pinches of salt. And last but not least, we got a big heaping spoonful of sour cream. Ooh, did you get that blop, 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 blop. All right, there you have it, guys. Easy little mixed job of a sauce here. Put this on your Sunday roast. Call it horseradish sauce. Call it Alabama white barbecue sauce. Call it whatever you like. I call it delicious. Sauce number 2. When you're eating rich, fatty pulled pork, ribs, or sausage, you want to have that sharp, acidic sauce that kind of cuts through all of that. This is one of my favorites, Vinegar Carolina barbecue sauce. I have some delicious Crystal hot sauce. I'm gonna go ahead and dump in most of this bottle, if not all of it. I wish it had a top that I could remove, but it doesn't. I made the Alabama white sauce, not a speck of anything on me, and now I'm covered. But that's okay, we're gonna move on. I hope my future wife doesn't get too upset, but she'll get over it, she loves me. We're gonna add about half of the amount of apple cider vinegar that we did the vinegar sauce. Then I have just some regular tap water here to thin it out a little bit. About a 1/4 cup or so. To give it a little extra flavor, I have our Lancaster Smokehouse barbecue all-purpose rub. Get your favorite barbecue rub, add it to your vinegar-based sauce. It really rounds out the flavor, does a great job of seasoning it. 2 big old pinches of that, yeah. Got some chili flakes, about 2 teaspoons. And then I'm gonna get my sugar. This is just about adding enough sweetness so that it's not just flat vinegar. So I'm adding about a teaspoon. And then, a lot of people don't add this at all. I like to add just a touch, and I'll tell you why. To give it some viscosity that will then allow it to cling to your barbecue. So I'm not gonna add a lot of ketchup, just enough to give it body. Mix it up. I'm just gonna taste it and make sure that we are happy with it. Oh yeah. So this is our vinegar-based Carolina barbecue sauce. Put this on poultry and pork especially, but it's good on pretty much everything. Let's move on to our 3rd sauce, which is a tomato-based sweet barbecue sauce. Sauce number 3, classic tomato-based barbecue sauce. We're using ketchup as our tomato base. Start by putting all of our ingredients into this pot. We're gonna get the base, ketchup. I'm gonna do about a half a cup of ketchup. And then next, we're gonna grab a little bit of molasses. Molasses can be a pretty strong flavor, so we like that kind of deep, dark color, but we don't wanna go too crazy with that. Worcestershire, just a few drops of that. All these ingredients, don't worry about measuring it perfectly, what order you put them in, because they're just all going in here. The beautiful part about this sauce, you can taste it, and you can adjust it while it's cooking. So brown sugar, so another one of my kind of sweet components, with some white vinegar. 1, 2, 3 decent little glugs. Onion powder, about a teaspoon. Now you might be wondering, why don't I just use regular garlic and fresh onions? You could. It can kind of make it that kind of chunky texture instead of that smooth, classic barbecue sauce texture. Good amount of the garlic too. Cider vinegar, You know, I knew this was gonna be a problem and I should have opened it off camera. There we go. So we've already got our white vinegar, so we don't need a ton of this. Maybe 2 tablespoons or so. So I got some Morita and Pasilla chilies. A little bit smoky, kind of the only secret to this barbecue sauce. Otherwise, it's very standard and straightforward. I got, I think, 5 chilies in total. I'm gonna put in the liquid that I rehydrated the chilies in. That's just flavored water. And then we just need to season her. 2 nice pinches of salt, lots and lots of black pepper. So far, so good. So we've got all the ingredients that we need for our sauce. Now this is a base, kind of a foundation barbecue sauce recipe. You could add so much to this, just let this be a template. And now that that's all in the pot and ready to go, put it on our burner, medium low heat, and just let it simmer away and simmer away and simmer away. We've had it cooking away for the better part of half an hour or so, and it has really intensified its flavor. I'm too clean. Oh, it's like burning. Alrighty, barbecue sauce in the blender. Pop the top off. Anything that's hot, remove the top so that steam doesn't build up and explode and burn you and make a giant mess. Blitzer up. Just blending until smooth. If it does get too thick with those blended pureed peppers, add a little bit of water. It is nicely pureed now, quite thick. We can thin it out even a little bit more. As it cools down too, it's also gonna thicken up a little bit more. That's pretty nice. That'll be covered up with the suit jacket, right? We're good. This is your universal barbecue sauce that you can put on whatever you like. Chicken wings, brisket, ribs, pulled pork. That's pretty nice. All right, so we've got lined up here our 3 barbecue sauces. We've got some ribs to pair them each with. Get over here, Donnie, come on. Just give her a dunk. Ooh. That's so good. Try one of these out. I promise you will not be upset. And until next time, peace out.